my friends, I'm very happy to have Terry Baucom with me. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Herb. Good to be here.
Good to see you.
It's always fun to get on the radio and TV any chance I can.
Well, I'm pleased to have you, sir.
Right.
What's Terry up to these days?
Terry is doing a little something different from traveling with bands like I have for the last 30 years, 35 years. I'm going more into the workshop, banjo clinics. I'm starting on a second instructional DVD. I just signed a new deal with Deering Banjos, the Great American Banjo Company, which actually is really fortunate for me because it's the largest banjo company in the world.
Is it?
In America, yes. And they're really good people to work for, and they do have me a Terry Baucom model, and it's walnut, and it will be coming out, I think, around December the 1st. So that's what I'm doing right now.
That's an honor.
It is an honor.
It has to be an honor.
Yeah, I'm fortunate to have a good endorsement with a huge company.
Wow.
It's good.
Wow.
It really is. I'm proud.
Nothing wrong with that. Now, talk to me about the instruction book so people can want to learn how to play banjo.
Okay, they can go to my website, which is terrybaucom.com, or my wife's website, Cindy at kneedeepinbluegrass.com, and they can go to the merchandise page of either one of those, and they can pick it up right there.
What's in those books?
Okay.
How do you start from the beginning to the intermediate?
Well,
go?
the first one I've done is more intermediate to advanced. It's just what I do is take a lot of my breaks. You know, I just take the original break off like Boone Creek and like Third Time Out, Lou Reed, and all that kind of stuff. We'll play the break, and then I'll break it down and play it. And we have 3 different camera angles, right hand and left hand, and I'll break it down as slow as I can go, and then talk you through it, you know, that type of thing. And now I'm glad you mentioned, I'm going to do a beginner. I'm on a series 1 through 4. I'm working on 2, but one of these, I'm not sure which one yet, is going to be just like basic beginning banjo skills. So I'm getting in doing more of that. Any way I can make a living with my banjo, whatever comes down the road, I'm for that. You know?
I agree with you.
That's it.
Now, do you travel around to give clinics?
I do travel around. My wife, Cindy, like I say, she MCs a lot of shows throughout North Carolina, Virginia, and Tennessee. And I'm lucky enough that she's got the gift of gab, and she'll book me a workshop when she's doing the MC work. So we get to travel together, and we've had just a beautiful summer of traveling together, which we've never really got a chance to do that. And it's working out great. It's really helping the marriage anyway.
Well, together.
Yeah,
now,
together. Yeah.
When you have a clinic, how many students do you have out
there?
Well,
it varies.
Just roughly.
All right, like on a Saturday afternoon, me and Jason Burleson of Blue Highway did one, and we had probably a dozen banjo players there, but we probably had 50 people watching, you know. And then they just ask questions, we go through that, and then we'll jam with them, and if somebody's got a problem with his banjo, we'll help them set it up. You know, it's just strictly is for banjo people that's...
Talk to me about the radio show that your wife is doing. Talk to me about
She is doing Knee Deep in Bluegrass, and it's syndicated, and she's up to 73 stations now.
Wow.
And I know, it took off, and, you know, she considers herself one of the luckiest people in the world because she loves bluegrass, and she's always done radio, and it just keeps getting better and better for her. And it keeps me involved with music because I help her some, you know, duplicate it and get it sent out and stuff. So.
Now, how long is her show?
It's a 2-hour show every week.
Wow, weekly show.
Yeah, it's a good show too, and she always goes to the Vintage Vault, goes back to the good old olden goldies, you know.
In line there, that's where the good stuff is.
And when she's at like the IBMA or a good festival, she'll always get artist interviews and have an artist interview section. So it's a really good show, and it's doing well.
Talk to me about let's go back in history a little bit.
Okay, let's
How about the Boone Creek?
Boone Creek.
Back in the early 70s?
Well, I think we started talking about it in 74, and by the end of 74, we had all grouped in Lexington to start this thing, and it was me and Wes Golding, Ricky Skaggs, and Jerry Douglas. And we used several different bass players, but that was the bulk of the group.
Ricky Skaggs was like, what? He couldn't be more in the late teens, early 20s?
Yeah, we were all early 20s.
Yeah, that's it. I have the album.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I was fortunate to be in that group because it was a good group. And Skaggs, he was just coming off playing with Ralph.
Yes.
You know. And Jerry was just coming off playing with the Country Gentlemen, and I'd been playing fiddle with Charlie Moore.
Okay.
And I really went to work with that band to be fiddle player. Mark Pruitt from Asheville, North Carolina, was going to be a banjo player, but he had a music store and it was kind of shaky, so he said, I think I'll just hang with this. So I started playing the banjo with that, and that's why I play banjo today instead of the fiddle. I got back on the banjo and never went back to the fiddle. So
How about Quicksilver?
Quicksilver, 79, Doyle Lawson, myself, Lou Reed, and Jimmy Haley, we started that group. Actually, we started on April 1st of 79, but Doyle said, let's tell everybody it's April the 2nd.
No
because,
joke.
Yeah, it's a no joke thing.
Just let you know, April 1st is my birthday.
Is
That's
that
no
right?
joke.
No joke.
No
All
joke.
right. All right. Well,
Yeah.
he said, let's
So I know
tell
April
people
1st.
April
I know
the
what it
2nd,
is.
so they'll think it's
Yeah.
not a joke.
There you go.
So, and I stayed with that. Lou Reed, he left after like the first 2 or 3 years, and Randy Graham come in. But I was there for 6 years.
Okay.
Then I left, and along the way, me and Ray Deaton, Russell Moore, and Mike Hartgrove, and Alan Bobby started a third time out. And then Alan Bobby left that, and Lou Reed filled in for Alan on the mandolin. And when he got ready to leave, I left there and helped Lou form Carolina.
Yes. He's still with Carolina, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he plays with the Seldom Seen some, and he's got his own band, Lou Reed and Carolina.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. What was the 6-time IBM vocal group?
With Doyle?
Doyle?
Yeah, I went back with Doyle in 2003, and they had been winning before I got there, and I went all the way up to 07, that we won the vocal group, and I think we won a couple gospel recorded event things there, so was fortunate to win some awards there.
Who's your heroes in the banjo era?
I'd say Earl Scruggs.
Oh, yeah.
Love J.D. Crowe.
Oh.
Love Sonny Osborne. Bill Emerson.
Yeah.
I love Bill Keith. I mean, I can name
You run all day.
Yeah, all day.
All day.
I mean, you name any known banjo player, I like something he does, or a lot of things he does, But I'd say Crowe and Scruggs, main influences.
Once again, we can do the website before we wrap up.
TerryBaucom.com, Cindy at kneedeepinbluegrass.com. Come on by.
Been a pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir, Herb.